Oh my gosh, I don't know where to start because I am such a fan of the great Chance the Rapper, period. From day one.
Yeah.
Like, all jokes aside, man, day one, back in what, 2012? I'm going to say the story because, you know, a lot of people may not have heard me have a conversation with you before. Yeah. So I'm going to tell the story real quick. But we were at Reggie's in South Loop. We were on the top deck. There was like an outdoor bar or something. And I looked at you. We kind of were away from the crowd. I don't know if you remember Chance, but I said, Chance, you're about to be a mega star. And that had to be 12 or 13, I don't remember. But it was before your first album, so obviously maybe 12.
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Man, and 10, 12, 13 years later, look at you. A mega star.
Oh, thank you.
Like, honestly, I'm so proud of you. You're from Chicago. You always repping Chicago. And speaking of repping Chicago on a nationwide level, The Voice.
Yeah.
When I looked up and saw you on the TV, I'm like, wait, that's family.
Oh man.
What was that experience like, Chance the Rapper?
It was crazy. It was very different. Even though I did rhythm and flow with Cardi and Tip. Yeah. But it was different because that was kind of our show. Like that was the first season. We were executive producers, so we got to make a lot of we're making it up as we went along.
Right.
Kinda. And this is like, The Voice is kind of like a historic household TV show at this point. It's been around for 23 seasons, and they gave me a lot of cool opportunities to do stuff that I didn't do for the show when I did Rhythm and Flow. Like specifically in just like in production and arranging and working with the contestants. Like they call us coaches as opposed to judges, because you really you with the artist, and you like finding out what their inspirations are and talking to them about their training and talking to them about, a lot of stuff that's not even on camera, that's just like, good advice. Like, I'm close with everybody that was on my team. Like, I really feel like I got a team. And
I could tell.
That's the other thing, is like, I never had a label, so I never had like an imprint. Like, I've never signed anybody or like, and even though I've helped out artists, like, I've never felt so responsible for an artist as I did when I did this show. So it was just like, it was a cool experience.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed watching you, and I would be right there every Monday and Tuesday, NBC 5, watching Chance the Rapper. And The Voice, of course, but I was watching Chance the Rapper. Yes, sir. Happy for you, man. Do you plan on doing anything like that in the future that you know of?
I think I'm going to chill for a little while and just like, I got a lot of other stuff going on just with music and with we've been doing this Black Starline Festival.
Yeah, let's talk about that in one sec. I'm excited about this Acid Rap anniversary concert that sold out at the United Center. How do you sell out the United Center in 2, 5, 6 seconds, man?
It's so cool. Like this project, like Acid Rap, is really a special thing for me. Like, like all music is special, and of course your own project is special to you, but it's just special to me because I remember so much of making it, and I remember so much of like what I planned to do with it, and so many of those things coming into fruition. And just I'm just grateful, like all the people that I worked with it on, all the people that helped support it and make it, shared it with their family and their cousins, their little sisters, and like it's kids coming up to me, or they're adults now, they're telling me that they were 8 years old, they were 9 years old, they were 10 years old when they heard the project because their older siblings shared it with them. I just feel like it's crazy that something that you could make it 10 years later still have that kind of impact. So, the shows, because we ended up having to add, because you're right, the Chicago show sold out so fast. Man. We ended up adding Los Angeles and New York shows, because it really is something that I feel like should be celebrated. It really, changed the landscape of how people digested music. Like at the time, like there was no Apple Music, there was no Tidal, no Spotify. It was just, there were a lot of underground places like SoundCloud and Audio Mac and DatPiff, where like music was free, and that's how people wanted to experience it. And so Acid Rap really a lot of people have told me, and I truly believe that it inspired that shift in music to be a streaming kind of space. And so I think it's dope that we get to celebrate it in this way.
Man, I'm happy for you. We gonna send the deck up when you come August 19th. United Center, go ahead and get them tickets. Well, they can't really get tickets because it's sold out.
What? I'm gonna do something special though. I'm gonna put together something where people can come meet me in person and get some tickets.
There we go. That'll work. Okay.
We can do it together.
Boy, don't tell me. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm right there with you, Chance. I would love it, man. Okay. this new album. It's gonna be dropping. Can you tell me when? Or you
I
can't
gotta
say
keep it
yet?
secret. I gotta keep it secret for right now.
Yeah,
But
keep that a secret.
no, but the
Okay.
Starlight Gallery is something that's like, it's a growing project, and it's something that
Okay.
I've been allowing people to come in. I've been doing a lot of projects. A lot of the songs that we've released so far, like Y'all Know and the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
We've been working with museums and different museum institutions around the world to like create opportunities for people to come and check it out.
Right.
Like, because it's a larger art piece, and it's hard to even talk about it for people that don't know everything about it. But yeah, look up Starlight Gallery and what we've done with it so far, and it's a growing project, and when it's done, it'll be done. But it's
Can you at least talk about any collabos on that joint, or?
I'll talk about one. That's really, really special to me.
Okay.
And it's a collaboration that I did with Lil Wayne, but it's like one of my favorite records that I ever made, and my mom loves it so much, and I just want to thank everyone involved, Lil Wayne, NDRE, everybody that made it possible. It's very special, and that's probably gonna be the next piece that people get from it.
Okay, that's gonna be nuts. I cannot wait.
It's pretty crazy.
Man, so you can't even say when it's gonna drop? No.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I thought I was gonna get a scoop out of the little homie, but I guess not today. Okay, but it will be in 2023.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
It'll be soon.
Bet. Well, you gotta call me if I'm gonna help you promote it. You gotta call me anyway if I'll be out in the streets with you.
We're gonna be in the streets.
Okay, cool. That'll work. And then the Black Star Line Festival. You did your inaugural one this year in Ghana.
In
Man, when I was on social media watching, I was like, oh my God, I got to go to the next one. So you're planning the next one perhaps in Jamaica?
Yeah. So we just, like you said, we just finished the first Black Star Line Festival in January. It was insane. Like, 52,000 people. Amazing artists. Dave Chappelle came out. T-Pain, Erykah Badu. So many people just flew in and ended up jumping on the stage. But it really felt like a huge family reunion. We started. Myself and Vic started the concept of it based on Marcus Garvey's Black Star Line shipping company that created, transportation and also economic opportunities for Black people in the early 1900s, and always just had this goal of creating a network of Black people from around the world that's not so based on, I'm a Black American, I'm Black English, I'm from, it's like we are who we are, and we were able to be successful through that last one, through community and just working with a bunch of people, and we made a free concert, and now we want to, like you said, do it again in Jamaica. And we've been meeting with the mayor of Kingston and a lot the U.S. embassy there, a lot of production companies and labor services out there that just in preparation, because it takes a long time to throw a free concert. You know what I mean? A paid concert takes a long time too, but these ones, it's a lot of conversation, a lot of help and support that goes into it, and so
especially when it's overseas. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest thing. That was the hardest thing I would say last time was because all these countries have the infrastructure to do large scale events and concerts, and they happen and they're huge, and it's just we're not from the space. So trying to assemble a team internationally and get on calls when people are on different time zones and stuff like that, it's difficult, but it's all worth it at the end of the day. And that I keep calling it a party. It wasn't a party, it was a a concert, an event or whatever, but it felt like a party. It felt like a huge,
it looked like one.
Yeah, it was a family reunion. It was a lot of dancing, a lot of music, a lot of conversations, a lot of people meeting that I never got to meet from different parts of the world. And we just want to do that every year in different Black spaces, help build economic resources there, bring business there, be able to advocate for any there's problems everywhere. Just like we have problems as Black Americans, there's problems for impoverished people around the world and for people of color around the world. So we want to lend a voice also to the people of Ghana, to the people of Jamaica, eventually to Brazil, to Ethiopia, to wherever we are. Keep building it.
When do you have that in mind? Is that going to be in 2024?
That'll be January 6th, 2024.
Okay, I already got the date for that. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, what is next for Chance outside of the music? You going to be in any movies, a reality show? What else you going to do? Where else can we watch you on that screen, man?
On the screen? I don't know. That's such a good question, such an open question. I think
What would you like to do?
What would I like to do? There is something I'd like to do. And so I'm working on this thing. I haven't gotten too far into it, but I'm working with this VR company and an augmented reality experience company to try and build something. And I can't talk too much to it because it's not a closed deal, but I think it's like something that could be.
Nothing today.
Yeah, I'm just talking about ideas. No, it's like, but
it's all good.
I think like what I want to do is keep creating experiences for people for the music that's beyond the traditional. Like you get a music video, and you get a single, and then you get an album full of random songs. Like I want to create like real experiences, front to back experiences in terms of the music. You know, deep experiences in terms of the visuals, and then on a layer deeper than that, educate people and create like, you know, a time, something to remember.
Love it. Well, Chance, you know, I met you through working with True Star, you know, the youth
True Star magazine.
Yes,
hey,
you were on their cover 10
years
years ago, dude. When I was with them, I'm still with them in heart and spirit.
Shout out to True Star.
Yes, I love them. And I continue to work with a lot of youth, particularly young girls and young boys.
Yeah.
And before I let you go, I just want you to leave a word with some of these young people that may be struggling with things, and they look at you on TV and they hear your music and they come to your concerts. What encouraging words can you give our young people who are out here trying to make it? Like there's so many that want to be like a Chance the Rapper. What do you say to them?
Oh man, I would say it's very important to protect your peace. If you can carve out space, if you can find a space, even if it's just mentally, like if you can't physically get to a space, if you can carve out time, even in your own mind, to think about what it is that you want for yourself and where you see yourself, even if it would seem impossible to other people. If you know what you want, I would try and focus on that, and focus on that, and focus on that, and focus on that, and work on that, and work on that, and work on that. And you know, like the world is crazy. The world has always been crazy, and it always will be crazy. But if you can carve out space for yourself and can focus on the things, the small goals and big goals that you want, and just work at them small, you know, incrementally, I think you'll feel that sense of purpose and relief in knowing that you're doing what you want to do.
Awesome. Great way to end that. And I thank you, sir.
I appreciate
Grammy
you.
Award-winning artist. Always
this is a legendary interview right now.
Legendary.
You know how appreciative I am of it.
Aww.
And for this peppermint patty that
Love it. But Chance, again, just so happy for you, man. So proud of you and all that you've accomplished in what seems like a short time, but I know you've been at this for a minute, and everything you're doing is so great, so awesome. We are just so in love with you in the city of Chicago, and obviously people globally love you as well. So continue to do your thing, man.
I appreciate all
I'm gonna
this love.
slide on you August 19th. If you need me before that, just hit me up. You know I'm gonna be right there.
I appreciate
representing and supporting. Much love to you and all that you do, man.
You too. Let me get another hug,
Of course. This is my dude. Since day one. Since day one. Yes, since day one.